Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ has here, bringing you guys another sneaker video, and this one is going to be one of those ones for those people that are kind of newer to the game and don't know the difference between a Foamposite Pro versus a Foamposite 1. And so I have a couple different shoes here on the left-hand side. These are the Foamposite 1s. Right-hand side, we have the Foamposite Pros. And I'll just do a kind of a side-by-side comparison of the two. You know, it's one of those things, if you don't pay a lot of attention to, you don't know that there was actually a difference. And then the main difference is obviously the swoosh on the side, but there's actually a couple more subtle differences that I wanted to show you guys. So let's get into it. I'll just go ahead and come down here a little closer and we'll get a look. So side by side, basically, if you didn't know, the reason why these ones I believe are called the Foamposite 1s is because of Penny Hardaway. They were his signature shoe back in the day in '97 when they launched, and they were called the Penny Foamposites, is how I refer to them as. Foamposite 1s, you know, for me even, I tend to get them confused, Foamposite Pro versus the 1s. But the 1s are like significant because you see the 1C on the back, which is for Penny Hardaway. So Anthony Hardaway's, his nickname was Penny. Penny equals 1 cent, and there you have it. That's why it has a 1C on the back. As comparison to the Pros that you can see next to them, they have a swoosh on the back, and that's consistent across the other ones. Also on the pull tab, it says Foamposite here. We'll say Foamposite on the back of the tab. Meanwhile, on the Foamposite 1s, they have like three stripes, or four stripes of a colorway on the back tabs, and then you can see on the Electro Limes it has 4 as well, versus just the name Foamposite on the back. So that's another kind of subtle difference that is on them. One other thing on the soles, let's flip some of these around so you can see the bottoms. Totally different bottoms. So there you have it right there. On the Penny Foamposite 1s, it has a 1C on the bottom, and then kind of an outline of a one like area for tread down the middle, and it's usually in two tones, 2 different colors, as you can see on the other ones. And then when you look at the Foamposite Pros, there's like 4 bubbles in the front and then 2 on the back, with a large Nike swoosh on the bottom, and that is consistent with the other Pros as well. Yeah, so the Nike swoosh is obviously big in color. The other thing is the carbon fiber shank thing at the bottom is the same, except for the placement of the tread around it. So you can see right here, it's a little bit off-centered, and it kind of surrounds the Nike swoosh. And on the other one, it's just kind of on the either side of the shoe. So there's a little bit of a difference there as well. So if you guys did not know that, yeah, the soles are different. Moving on, the stripes on the pull tab in the front, there's only 2 usually on the Pros, and there's 4 on the 1s. So again, here on another pair, you can see 4 stripes, and then on another pair, you can see 2. So kind of just a small, subtle difference again, but it is a difference. And then the last thing, if I can find a good example here, trying to reach down here and find it and show you. There's a 1C on the tongue right here on the Penny 1s, and then on the other ones, it actually just says air on them. Right there, you can kind of see it. So the other difference is on the tongue. The netting and everything is the same down the middle. There's usually some embroidered kind of material straight through to the tongue, and that's kind of the same on both of the shoes. The way the Foamposite comes together, everything's the same. On the inside, everything's the same, and the clear soles and stuff is, I mean, I think that's why it's subtle enough of a change that really, like, I mean, I go crazy if it's a Foamposite or a Foamposite 1. My preference, if I had a choice, is the Foamposites versus the Foamposite, excuse me, the Foamposite 1s versus the Pros, because of this plastic swoosh thing. I've never been a fan of that. One of my old pairs that I used to have, like the black ones back in the day, this thing fell off of them, which is unfortunate. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys a couple of the differences. And I think, oh yeah, the last thing, let's see if I'll turn on the flash, maybe you can see it better. On the inside, it says it has a swoosh and it says air. It's consistent across the board, where it says air with a swoosh there, and then you can see on the other one here it says air. And actually, I'll grab a couple of the other ones, but and this one's a purple one and it says air and green. and then copper, air, and then even on my my sample pair it says air. But the main difference is these guys. For some reason they changed the insoles on the electro limes, and it actually just says Nike with the swoosh on it, so it doesn't say air. Kind of interesting that they ended up changing that. But anyway, this is again just for those people maybe that that are curious or haven't actually seen the Foamposites in person and didn't know the difference between the two different types. Figured I'd just do a video. It's actually fun for me to do stuff like this because you know, I don't know everything either, and a lot of little things like sometimes you just don't think about when you buy the shoes, and it's kind of fun to take a look at these. And yeah, hopefully you guys found this in video informative. Have a good day, and if you guys have any video suggestions, let me know in the future, and we'll catch you guys later. Thanks.